Just take it all in. There's so many sights out here in Wrigleyville as the Phillies and the Cubs get set for game number 2 of this 3-game series. And yeah, there's baseball too. The Phils are swinging the bats. J.P. Crawford is back with the ball club. Not in the lineup tonight, but is available off the bench for the Phillies. All right, some numbers. The highest winning percentage at Wrigley Field since 2007. The Phillies are 20-17. They have the highest winning percentage. They've had success dating back to 2005, but that is the most drastic number right there. As we take a look at our Nissan upgrade to the technology of tomorrow, today. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with Ben Davis. One of the reasons why the Phillies have been successful here at Wrigley Field is because the pitching's been so good. The starting pitching's been good, like last night with Zach Eflin. And tonight, the Phillies turned the baseball over to Aaron Nola.
Well, that's always a nice problem to have. Aaron Nola is #1 in my book. The guy can do it all. And he's the drastic changes that he's made to his repertoire, mainly being that changeup over the last couple seasons. Boy, it's really turned him into the pitcher that he is now. His last start against the Dodgers, the command early on wasn't there, Tom, but still able to get through 7 innings with just 1 run scored. He was dominant. The changeup was awesome. He was able to throw it behind the counts. Obviously, he had that good breaking ball as well, but also able to throw that fastball with more command later on in the ballgame.
And if you compare his numbers between April and May, it's very similar. 3 wins in April, 4 wins in the month of May. The ERA was lower, though, in May, and the strikeouts were up. So even though his command wasn't good as last time out against the Dodgers, overall, his command has been excellent. And he found that curveball as the game was going on last time, and I'm sure we'll see it tonight against the Cubs. So will be Nola on the mound. He'll be opposed by Jose Quintana, making his 12th start. His numbers here at home are not very good. We'll talk about that during the telecast. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Phillies hallway cam. Ethan is based out here in Chicago, but he is Philadelphia through and through. The crowd settling in on a beautiful night for baseball as the Cubs have taken the field as we get set for game 2 of this 3-game series. The Phil's starting lineup brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, it's basically the same lineup as last night, except Aaron Nola is the pitcher this evening. Nick Williams is back in there again. J.P. Crawford has been activated, but he'll be working off the bench at least for tonight, as they got a chance to watch him take BP and take some ground balls. They will face Jose Quintana, the 29-year-old from Colombia. Should be a neat matchup between Quintana and Jorge Alfaro. Alfaro has said that Quintana and Julio Teheran are the 2 big stars right now from Colombia. And his numbers at Wrigley Field not that great so far, Ben.
Now 2-2 with a 6.66. He's been very good on the road. Let's sit about 91 miles an hour, mixing a curve and his change. If he can get pitches in on righties, he can be very effective.
Well, blue skies, not much of a breeze. Temperature to start this ball game probably about 15 degrees warmer than it was yesterday at the start of the game. And Cesar Hernandez is walking up to the plate. The Phillies, after winning last night, they watched the Braves and the Nationals both win last night. And both those teams have wrapped up their games today. San Diego beat Atlanta 3-1. Washington, though, continues to roll. They won 11-2. So here's Cesar, who was 1 for 4 last night with a run scored. Overall hitting .264 with 7 home runs. The first pitch of the night coming to Cesar Hernandez is a fastball low, and we're underway. Vic Carapazza is behind home plate. Cesar shows bunt. He does have 4 bunt hits this year, which is tied for second in the National League. Nick Marley's over at first. Jerry Lane is at second. He's the crew chief. Jordan Baker is around at third. 2 balls, no strikes to Cesar. And there's the first strike of the night. It's 2-1. The wind today is at 5 miles per hour. Yesterday, at the start of the game, it was listed at 15. Looked like it was a little stronger than that at times.
Yeah.
3 balls and 1 strike. Quintana has 29 walks in 58 2/3 innings, which is why his whip, his walks and hits per inning pitched, are up. It is remarkable, though, how he has struggled here at Wrigley. 6.66 ERA at Wrigley, 2.62 ERA away from it. Swing and a miss, 3-2. You would think there would be a comfort level, even though he was, with the White Sox for most of his big league career, getting to know Jim Hickey a little bit. Ball 4. So Cesar draws a walk. And that will bring Odubel Herrera to the plate. Odubel was 1 for 4 last night. The Phillies had just about their entire lineup contribute in last night's. In fact, they all did, because Zach Eflin even had a base hit. Odubel hitting .304 with 7 homers and 32 runs batted in. And he hits it foul. And it's 0-1.
Now that is a slide step. No one's going to be able to steal on Quintana if he continues to do that.
Yeah, it's an old-fashioned slide step. There are not a lot of guys that can do it and be that effective with their command.
Clayton Kershaw immediately comes to mind.
Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez back without the tag.
The splits on Quintana pretty drastic. 193 batting average versus left-handed hitters. Righties are hitting 259 against him.
Another throw over. Rizzo is one of those first basemen that actually is off the bag and comes back to it. He's not too far off, but he's what would you say, about a step and a half, and then he lounges back.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You can't go too far off as a first baseman, because you cannot deceive the runner in any way. And Odubel with a half-hearted swing, fooled on the pitch, 1-2.
And that's what the variance of the slide step and him lifting his leg conventionally, that's what it can do to a guy with an exaggerated leg kick like Odubel.
Opposition is 6 for 23 against Contreras trying to steal. Wilson Contreras has 7 errors, which is tops among National League catchers. 4 pass balls. He's got a good arm. And Odubel a check swing into the Cubs dugout. And it remains 1-2. I just don't think he's seeing Quintana.
What gave it away?
Well, I think this is the way he's been for the last several days, but it's even more drastic now tonight.
It's the leg kick. If Quintana just does his conventional, lifts his leg up high, then Odubel's going to be on time, be able to get his foot down. Like
and
there.
A line drive base hit it to right field. Cesar will stop at second base. Now the Phils have first and second with nobody out.
In my opinion, you're actually doing Odubel a favor.
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? I mean, you could see the 2 swings where he went with the slide step. Odubel literally could not swing the bat because his foot wasn't down yet. But he goes through the high leg kick, and then Odubel, that enables him to get his foot down.
All right, so first and second for the Phillies here in the first, and here's Scott Kingery, 1 for 5 in last night's ball game. Batting third again, and Gabe Kapler gave the same reason today as he gave yesterday about that. Although he did add that he felt like Kingery's at-bats last night were excellent. Even though he had just the 1 hit, he had the fly ball to the ivy in left center. Said batting third because he wants to instill confidence in him, but he also feels like he's coming around with his swing. Breaking ball, and it's 0-2. You saw J.P. Crawford. Crawford will be in the lineup at some point in the next couple of days. You might even see him playing a little third base, because they are happy with the way Kingery's playing shortstop. No balls, 2 strikes. Inside, 1-2.
Gabe also said that the way Scotty swung the bat last night is the way the swing. It's the same swing that they saw in spring training.
Yeah, so they feel like there's finally a little confidence, a little comfort level. He does only have 1 hit in his last 13 ABs, but fouls it away, and it stays 1-2. So the Phillies begin play tonight, 2 games out in the National League East. In third place, thanks to the loss by the Atlanta Braves. The Nationals are creeping up, and in fact have overtaken the Braves in winning percentage and a virtual tie for first place. And that one's pulled, caught by Bryant.
Man.
Well, he hit it sharply, but right at the third baseman. And one out here in the first. And here comes Carlos Santana. John Bailey's smiling as Kingery comes back because it's a couple balls he's hitting this series.
That's just a breaking ball that rolls. Good one to hit. L5. Unfortunately, is the outcome.
Well, now here's Carlos Santana, who has the most at-bats in his career against Quintana. And in the Phillies lineup, 8 for 43 with 1 home run. Off the inside corner, 1-0. An 82-mile-an-hour fastball. 68% of the time he throws a fastball. P.J. Wheelahan's pitch cast. Turn it back and looking at Cesar. Cesar's not really getting a big lead. On the inside corner, 1-2. Pretty good placement on that pitch. Certainly is an American League pitcher, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not in a rush, that's for sure.
Bouncer out to shortstop. Baez charges, flips to second for 1. Over to first, not in time. And Baez points to the dugout. It looked like he beat it. It was close, but it did look like he beat it.
Oh, yeah. Good hustle there by Carlos.
So first and third with 2 men down. And here's Aaron Altair. Aaron 1 for 3 last night with a couple RBIs. .21 pitches for Quintana. He tried another breaking ball, and it's 2-0.
It's where you pick one side of the plate with one pitch. You don't get it, there's no sense in swinging.
Got another curve. It's not the pitch that he probably cut off.
It was almost, well, I'm going to swing just because it's a strike.
Well, he was obviously expecting a fastball with a 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Now he gets 1-3-1. Nick Williams waits on deck.
If you're Aaron here, you kind of almost have to sit breaking ball.
I was thinking
I know that sounds funny, but
yeah.
3-1 count in the first inning. But there's a lefty on deck. And we know about that. Talk about those splits that I just talked about, righties and lefties versus Quintana.
He does get a breaking ball, and he fouls it.
And it was a good one to hit. And he looked more on time on that one, so maybe Aaron was thinking along the same lines there. Breaking ball, that's a good one to hit. Not a whole lot of bite.
Santana will be off and running from first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a fastball strike 3 called. Phillies leave a couple base runners, including one over third. No runs, 1 hit, a lot of pitches, and 2 men left. On to the bottom of the first here in Chicago. By Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Ben Zobrist leads it off at second base, then Jason Hayward and Chris Bryant. Anthony Rizzo. Last night, Rizzo had a couple hits, including a double. His last 8 games, hitting .400 for the Cubs. And they'll face Aaron Nola, 7-2, with an ERA of 2.18. 74 strikeouts, so he's averaging nearly a strikeout, Ben, per inning pitched.
And we've seen that rate go up. Also about 92. He does have the ability to get up to 95. Very, very good curveball. We talked about his changeup, how far that's come, and he's been good on the road. 2-2 with a 2.45 ERA.
Yeah, his road numbers are kind of catching up to his home numbers, which are excellent.
Looking to back up a stellar performance from Zach Eflin last night.
Yeah, Zach, as Gabe Kapler said and Rick Kranitz agreed, commanded the strike zone with his 4-seamer and just kept on firing them. He was able to pick up the victory. He was a little disappointed that he couldn't finish up the 8th inning last night. Zobrist takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I bet Eflin was the first starting pitcher to go more than 7 innings against the Cubs this season.
So surprised to see that.
I couldn't believe that.
But again, it's kind of the changing face of baseball, as we said. Zobrist last night had 1 hit. It was a single. It ended a streak of 6 consecutive games with an extra base hit. As you take a look at Eflin, just 2 strikeouts, pitched to contact last night. And a strike 3 call. That wicked breaking ball. And 1 out. First K for Aaron Nola. And here's Jason Hayward.
I don't think Zobrist really knew what to look for that at bat. Took a couple fastballs.
Almost looked like he was thinking changeup.
Yeah. Aaron comes back with his hook. Whew. That's some tight spin on that breaking ball.
Yeah, I mean, Jorge brought the glove up. He didn't even need to bring the glove up. Hayward takes outside, 1-0. To the right side, Santana has it. Nola's there to cover. Good feed. 2 outs here in the first. And here's Chris Bryant. For Nola, 36% of the time he's going to throw his 4-seam fastball. Remarkable how the changeup is creeping closer to the curveball. I just would have never have thought that. And it's a good thing. Sometimes I think it's a good thing because he's facing so many teams, as you would expect, in the National League East so often.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant had 2 hits last night, and he takes the first pitch on the outside corner at 94.
I like the fact that he's throwing that changeup more and more to righties, even behind in counts. That's how comfortable he is with that pitch.
Curveball.
Go lower than low or higher than high here.
Looks like they're going to go, well, yeah. I was going to say they were going to go fastball away, but it was a changeup away that came back. And he picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. Nothing across for the Cubs. We'll go to the second in a scoreless game. To step away from the TV tonight or can't get in front of one for tomorrow's matinee, stream the game with the NBC Sports app. Download it all on your favorite devices so you never miss a pitch. The great Jamison Hall, the Phillies director of team travel, making his way up here to the press box and on hallway cam. Nice to see Jamison wearing his Irish green.
That's right. Well, the top of the first took 14 minutes. The bottom of the first took 4.
Everybody has a different pace in life. You know how those folks are from Louisiana. They move quickly. I think Nick's okay. Got something in his eye. It's a short stop. Baez circles and throws on the run. And 1 quick out. Michael Franco is coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, in talking about Jose Quintana and what kind of pitcher he is, you know, a lot of the Phillies talking about today that they need to be patient against this guy. And that would, you know, if you look at the numbers, it would play out that way. This is a team that likes to see a lot of pitches, but against Quintana, take a look at what folks have done against him this year, batting just .242, but 4.5 walks per game, 4.5 walks per 9 innings. That's up 2 full walks from a year ago and in his career. Normally averaging about 2.5. He's averaging 4.5 this year. So it does have Gabe Kapler and the guys talking about trying to be patient, trying to see a lot of pitches, and trying to work their walks and get some guys on so that they can knock them in. You know, 26 pitches in the first inning, a couple quick at-bats here, but that's the game plan, to try and work Jose Quintana out and try to get those guys on and then knock them in.
He had 2 outs on 3 pitches here in the second inning. But the numbers are drastically different for him this year compared to last year. And the thing about him is that he has always been known as a command pitcher. It was a good pickup for the Cubs last year, getting him from the White Sox.
Yes.
Facing Jorge Alfaro, and Alfaro takes outside. I talked to Jorge earlier this year about facing Tehran. I said, is Tehran the biggest, I guess, star right now from Colombia? And he said, well, maybe, but Quintana's up there too. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alfaro last night had a hit.
He also got robbed by Jason Hayward in right field on a sinking line drive.
Fastball at the knees, 1-2. Somebody spilled something, Ben. And a strike 3 called. Alfaro down looking. Second strikeout for Quintana. Well, the second inning was a little easier for him than the first. We have completed 1.5. It's no score. The Phils Monday, June 25th. It's the first of a 3-game series, all 3 at 7:05. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Bottom half of the second, Nola finishing up his warm-up tosses out on the mound. After a 9-pitch first inning, he'll go back to work here in the second against Anthony Rizzo, Wilson Contreras, Kyle Schwarber. Well, there is Phillies PR man Chris Ware on hallway cam. He's getting himself a beverage, and Chris reminded us today that today is his wife Angela's birthday, and he wanted to make sure that we wished her a very happy birthday because we neglected to wish them a happy anniversary earlier on this trip. Feels like we've been on the road for about a month. We've had all these celebrations, so we want to wish Angela a happy birthday from your hubby. And from all of us, we want to wish the 2 of you a happy anniversary. And thank you, Hallway Cam, for participating again. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, the first pitch is upstairs, 1-0. Rizzo 2 for 4 with an RBI. 8 home runs, 39 RBIs. Pulls that one toward first. That's a foul ball. Ooh. That ball hit the ball boy right in the chops.
Looked like it. Shook it off.
You think the other ball boy laughs at him when that happens?
Yes.
Two balls and 1 strike.
I would laugh if it hit you, though, buddy.
Now I feel bad because I would laugh if it hit you.
You're all heart.
That ball is crushed. Wow, that's going to go far. Off the scoreboard. And Anthony Rizzo's given the Cubs a 1-0 lead. His 9th home run, 40 runs batted in.
They try and get this ball in with as close as Rizzo stands to home plate, but it is middle of the plate, and he turns and burns. See where Jorge set up where he wants it. You see how close he is to home plate. This ball ends up out over the plate. Jorge reaching back for it.
And the bullpen celebrating. They're flossing, Ben. Here is Contreras, and he hits a curveball deep to left field. And that one is into the ivy, and Contreras will get to second base. And Nick Williams might be hurt. That may have hurt his wrist as he went into the ivy. He probably should have caught the ball.
Yeah, there's no give on this fence.
Says
He
he's
says
okay.
He's good. See him ranging back for it.
Yeah, he just missed it. You know, the way he was going back, he wasn't totally confident going back the way it seemed, Ben, with his footwork.
Right.
So a 2-base hit. And Schwarber lines it foul. And it's 0-1. By the way, that home run that Nola gave up to Anthony Rizzo, it's the first home run he's allowed to a left-hander this year.
Really?
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs have a runner in scoring position here. It's a category that they've struggled at this season. They have 149 strikeouts with runners in scoring position. Ground ball toward first, a foul ball. And Joe Madden provided us with our Geico quote of the day about those numbers. And Joe said right now that is one part of our offensive scheme that's lacking, and it's going to require a more simple approach, staying in the middle. It's stuff we talk about all the time. I don't want to pound on it too hard because I know our guys are good. So 235 is 10th, tied for 10th in the National League.
Well, we discussed what Javi Baez did last night. Second and third, just 1 out, and he went up there trying to hit a 12-run homer.
There's Baez on deck. And a strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Nola. Second one looking. And one out for Baez.
And Aaron will get a lot of called third strike looking with this breaking ball because they give up on it. Actually, this is a changeup.
Schwarber thought it was low. It was
That's
right at the bottom
there.
of the zone.
But he will get much like he got Zobrist on that breaking ball because they just give up on it. They think it's going to be outside. They don't pick up rotation.
Ground ball to third base. Franco behind the bag. Contreras goes over to third. The ball can't be handled by Santana on one hop. That'll be the 6th error of the season for Maikel Franco. And the Cubs have first and third with one man down.
And it's a shame because you can get one out on one pitch right there. Now this inning continues to go on. Baez first pitch swinging. Just simply doesn't put enough on it. Carlos tries to pick it out.
Well, now Almora with runners on first and third. And he lines one off Nola, picked up by Kingery, one at second, and the throw is a little wide at first, but Santana hangs onto the bag. He picked it. A run does cross the plate, but the inning is over right now. But the Cubs may take a peek at it.
I just hope Aaron Nola's okay.
Yeah, I do too. Sean Fakazzi's coming out with Gabe Kapler. First base umpire Nick Marley did peek to make sure that Santana was on the bag.
Will Venables, the first base coach, he said right away to look at it. How about the slide at second?
Yeah, he's not allowed to do that.
No, he's not.
They should actually review it. But the Cubs are not going to challenge because Santana, well, he didn't get back. Wow.
They're saying I guess he was on the bag when it hit the back of his mitt.
1-6-4-3 is the double play. And the side is retired. A run does score on the home run by Rizzo. We'll go to the third. It's the Cubs 1, Phillies nothing. Just to make sure he was okay. Our Hyundai defensive play of the game. Here it is. We just saw it.
Yeah, 1, 6, 4, 3. And you see it hit the back of his mitt and his foot's still on there.
Yep, that's a good call.
Yep.
I also think the call about the slide at second, I think that they would have ruled that an illegal slide if they had reviewed it.
That is your Hyundai Defensive Play of the Game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
All right, so Nola's okay. So he's up to start the top of the third. And a strike at the knees, 0-1. Kingery and Santana chatting.
I think that's a perfect example, Tom, of what we've seen pretty much the whole year out of Aaron Nola. His ability to prevent the big inning. You have a leadoff home run, then you get a double, man on second, nobody out, and they don't get any more runs.
Yeah, and then the error.
And then the error. Yeah, that even compounded more.
Nola fouls it.
That's what your studs do. That's what your aces do.
I couldn't tell where the ball hit him. I'm hoping it just hit him in the glove or maybe the thigh. He's down on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Quintana. And back to the top of the order for the Phillies.
Take a look at this rocket.
Yeah, I think it hit the glove.
Looks like his right quad and then off his glove.
Yeah. Well, the fact that it hit him, it probably saved a run because it was hit so hard. I don't know if Cesar would have gotten to it, even though he was shaded a little bit that way. Cesar walked his first time up. Quintana's all of a sudden throwing strikes.
Yeah. He's been getting that call from Vic Carapazza.
In the dirt, 2-2. Three and two. Cesar is down on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Quintana. And 2 outs for Odubel. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Ben, the question is, who is the first Cubs player to hit 25 or more home runs in each of his first 3 major league seasons? First Cub player to have 25 or more home runs in his first 3 seasons as a Cub. Odubel lines one to right field, so he's got another base hit. Yeah, that brings Kingery up.
Going after that first pitch straight one. I don't blame you.
Kingery lined out to third his first time up. And he pulls that one foul toward the end of the Cubs dugout. Phillies on this road trip are hitting .214. with 18 extra base hits. They've scored 21 runs, which is an average of a little less than 3 per game. But have been able to pick up 3 victories, 3 and 5 coming into this ball game. Kingery shows bunt, takes it, bunts it foul. It's 0-2.
Can't say that I particularly agree with that one there. It's 0-1 if you do foul it off like you did. Now you're really in a hole. 0-2. You have 0 wind here at Wrigley Field tonight, and there's 2 outs. I'm going to take my chances. He lined out his first at bat, swung the bat well last night. With 2 outs, let me do some damage. And when was the last time you ever saw the flags like that here at Wrigley?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean,
there's no movement whatsoever.
It's crazy. Wind's blowing straight down, Tom. That is something.
All the way again to the right side.
Now, how many dozen baseballs the Phillies went through today in BP?
Just because they were crushing it?
I mean, it was like an airport here.
So the pitches for Quintana, 26 in the first. Now the 8 pitches he threw in the second certainly helped him. And now he's got 16 with the count 0-2 to Kingery. And swing and a miss. Kingery is down on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Quintana through the first 3 innings. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the third, it's the Cubs 1, Phillies nothing. At buyfordnow.com today. 1-0 Cubs on an Anthony Rizzo home run as we go to the home half of the third. Beautiful night. All the boats are out on Lake Michigan. And it's time for a little congratulations. Chris Cashman from the Phillies front office. He and his wife Ann welcomed baby boy John Christopher Cashman V. And little Chris was 9 pounds 12 ounces 23 inches. Baby Chris, mom and dad are all doing great, and we want to offer our congratulations to St. Joe's own Chris Cashman. Such a good guy and a beautiful baby. Quintana with a count, no balls, 1 strike, and he takes on the outside corner. 0-2.
Throws left, hits right. Does Quintana. You see that elbow guard on his moneymaker.
And he's down looking on strikes and a breaking ball. 4 strikeouts for Nola. And 1 out here in the third. to the top of the order for Ben Zobrist. Pretty good crowd, huh? Some of the rooftops are filled up more than yesterday. In fact, a lot more than yesterday. Uncle Vern's in the house, right, Ben?
My Uncle Vernon is here. Yeah. My dad's brother.
Ben Zobrist takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Well, I guess my Uncle Vernon would say that my dad is his brother since he's the older one.
That's right. So we're going to miss 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Man, that changeup. Oof. 5 strikeouts. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. Well, there are 2 outs now in the 3rd. And Jason Hayward over to third base. Big hop for Franco. Plenty of time. Easy throw. Inning is over. 5-3 on the putout. That's a 7-pitch inning. Couple that with a 9-pitch first, and Nola is moving along. We'll go to the 4th. With hashtag hats off for heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans. A lot of Phillies fans, as you would expect, in town to watch this series, which will wrap up tomorrow with a day game, 2:20 Eastern time. We'll be on the air at 2 o'clock. Pregame show will get everything started at 1:30. As we go to the 4th, it'll be Santana, Altair, and Nick Williams. They got to knock Quintana off line a little bit here, like he was in the 1st inning. He's throwing his fastball for strikes, though.
Yes, he is. Been really good with that fastball glove side. So in the righties.
That's where they want it.
Yep.
Oh, he missed that one. He may have gotten away with it, though. Schwarber is under it. And 1 out. That one leaked right out over the plate.
Just gets under it. He knows he had to go in a hit there.
Popped up on the right side. Well, Nick Williams provides us with our giant home run replay with yesterday's bomb.
3-1 fastball from Kyle Hendricks. Nick does not miss it. Put the Phillies up 2-0 at the time. In that second inning, that is your home run replay brought to you by Giant.
7 home runs now, 17 runs batted in for Nick Williams. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Is he out thinking them now? Is that what it is, you think?
No, I mean, he throws that fastball almost 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Curveball he throws a little over 23% of the time. So he basically has a 2-pitch pitcher out there.
And it bounces about 3 feet in front of the plate. And it's 2-2 to Nick.
And honestly, it's not like that curveball. We saw him throw some rollers to Aaron Altera, his first at bat early on in this ball game. He's doesn't have a whole lot of bite to it.
Swing and a miss. Williams strikes out. 6 strikeouts for Quintana as he retires the side in order here in the 4th. We're on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Chicago. And by Jefferson Health, call 800-JEF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Bottom of the 4th inning, Cubs on top 1-0 thanks to a home run by Anthony Rizzo. It'll be Bryant, Rizzo, and Wilson Contreras as we begin the bottom of the 4th. Nola had a 7-pitch inning in the last inning. And we'll go to work here against Bryant. Bryant last time up struck out swinging. He was part of that 1-2-3 first. Swing and a miss. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Inside, and it's 1-2.
So Aaron goes with a 0-2 changeup. Bryant's first at bat. Now he tries to run one in there with a fastball.
They got him with the curveball. They're going to set up inside again, and just missed inside. 2-2. Well, he's been making the rounds all day here in Chicago. Please welcome Joe Namath to the Phillies broadcast booth. Joe, thanks for coming on.
Well,
nice to see you
thank you,
again.
Tom. It's good to be here, buddy. Ben, hey, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Give me 5.
Oh, this is great. What a pleasure.
I got to tell you, the reaction when you threw out the first pitch today, it had to make you feel good. I mean, it was a rousing round of applause.
It was nice. It was nice, and I appreciate that, of course. They may remember some of the football games I played here, and we didn't do so well. But no, that was terrific.
Do you remember playing games here? How tough it was?
I do. I remember playing games here, going back to the first and last, rather, college all-star game they played here.
Oh, wow.
It was our 7th preseason game. Seventh preseason game. Yeah, but Chicago's a great sports town, as you guys know. But you being from PA, you know, man, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, come on, boy, it's great.
Well, there you are with Joe Madden. Joe gave you a jersey. I know you've been friends with Joe for a little while now, and he was out catching your first pitch today. How did that relationship start between the two of you guys?
Well, Joe, he started it, kind of, you know, and shared some stories with me about his youth and his early years, and I appreciate that so much, man. You guys know how Joe Madden is. He's just a real sweet, genuine man, and the relationship developed to where we're very comfortable.
Lafayette College's own Joe Madden.
And Hazleton, you know, it's kind of like the town I'm from on the other side of the state, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania.
Which is a football powerhouse. I mean, I guess it still is to a certain extent.
It was good, but we had to compete in my time with Richie Allen, you know, and the Wampum basketball and baseball teams. You guys remember Richie Allen?
Oh, yeah. We see him from time to time. He was a terrific athlete.
Yeah, and you had a great pitcher up there that I used to hang with a little bit, a big lefty.
Steve Carlton?
Steve Carlton, boy, we had some times, man. Thank you, Lord. I'm lucky to still be here.
Runner goes, pitches pulled foul. We actually saw Lefty a couple weeks ago. We've seen him twice now. We saw him in Tampa. He was doing something with the Ted Williams Foundation. And then we saw him in St. Louis. He was part of the celebration for the National League pennant team from 1968. He looks good. He looks good.
Well, that's pretty remarkable. He played hard, boy. And I'll tell you, I get to see Mike Schmidt every now and then, too. We live in the same town, basically, down in Florida.
Oh, okay.
And I've always been an admirer of Mike's at that hot corner and the way he swung that stick.
He was good. He was really good. Well, you were a baseball player, basketball player, besides being a football player in high school. And you had a chance to sign with a handful of different teams out of high school if you decided not to go to Alabama to play football.
Yes, I was fortunate being a pretty good athlete and being on some good teams. You know, we played up there in Forbes Field where the Pirates played for the championship back then, high school baseball, man, and we won. So that was a trip, and I just loved the sport. My uncle, brothers used to take me up to Forbes Field to watch Billy Mazeroski and Bob Friend and those guys play, and Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
Boy, I got in the batter's box bobbing my head, and you're like Roberto, and I caught everything, like tried to.
Were you a pitcher in high school?
I played every position, but in high school, I wasn't a pitcher. I wasn't as good a pitcher as we had guys on the team.
Oh, okay.
I settled in the outfield and loved it because I didn't like the hot corner. I didn't like first base, and as a sophomore, where did they put the worst player? Out in right field.
Right field.
You see, so that's where I got to start and pretended like I was Roberto Clemente.
Well, you had to be able to throw it pretty good.
Oh, I could throw. Yeah, I could throw. It didn't look like it today on that pitch from the mound.
Oh, you did
see,
fine.
it's a team game. Those receivers in football made me look good with some catches, and Joe saved the day
That's
there,
right.
scooping it out of the dirt.
Well, this is your first time seeing a baseball game here, right?
It is, but I've seen it many times over the years
Yeah.
on television. You know, being a fan, even as a kid, sitting by the radio listening to the Cubs games with the Pirates, man.
Well, one thing that stands out, I think, there's so much nostalgia in this place, isn't there? I mean, when you come here for the first time and see it.
Yes, and it looks the same, especially that wall in the outfield, and then seeing these buildings across the street. I didn't remember the bleachers on top of the building.
Right.
Yeah.
But they used to see the people across the street on the roof and all watching the game.
The count is 3 balls and 1 strike to Anthony Rizzo, who homered his first time up. Bryant goes, pitches low, ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second. And Bryant's going to go to third because nobody's covering there.
Wow, that's heads up.
The Phillies had this issue earlier this season where somebody did that. They had rectified it, but in this spot, they did not rectify it. That's back-to-back walks from Aaron Nola. Aaron Joe is from Louisiana and is just got great command, but 2 walks in a row. Now we watch this play, and Kingery was backing up, but then he didn't go over to third, or Alfaro didn't go to third. Somebody wasn't there to cover third base.
That is very heads up.
I thought at first I thought he thought it was going into the center field, and he took off.
I just put my head down to write down what happened, the scoring of the play, and man.
Well, it'll be first and third now for Contreras. Joe, what's keeping you busy now?
Couple of daughters and 4 grandchildren.
Yeah.
You know, and that's wonderful work. We're blessed. We're all healthy, and just thankful, man. The children are keeping me busy.
Now you have stuff going on with your foundation too.
I do, and you know, Joe Madden is big with that too. We got ahead of the game in life a little bit, and you realize you can help out, and so it's the same thing. It's not whether it's Joe and Joe, it's our teams, man, and we have people helping us, and we're giving back on our time and helping people that are less fortunate and need some help.
I got to ask you, I mean, obviously our city is enthralled by what the Eagles did this past year. Did you get a chance to watch a lot of the postseason with them?
Man, I'll tell you what, I was thrilled. You talked about, well, you talked. It was spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular. I don't know. I had the pleasure of meeting Nick Foles. I never met Wentz, but I met Nick Foles early in his career, after his first season there. And I went up and said, man, you're good. I said, you really throw that ball, you know. And he was as nice and as polite as could be. To see him step in there and play there, geez, it was wonderful.
It was remarkable.
And Peterson calling the plays, I mean, we're sitting there watching.
There's a ground ball to left that'll score a run, and Contreras gets an RBI. It's now 2-0 in favor of the Cubs. And Contreras is now 2 for 2. And it'll bring Schwarber up to the plate.
All right, let's go back to some pleasant thoughts for the folks in Philadelphia right now. You know, a couple of those 4th down plays that Peterson called, you know, and Ernst, the tight end, hitting those things. The play that was thrown back to Foles to catch the touchdown pass, you know, starting out with the Wildcat formation. My brain didn't fathom them running that thing. You know, I thought it was going to be. It was terrific. Great coaching, great execution.
Would you have been able to pull that off if you were?
Of course,
yeah.
of course. Yeah, no, really great play. And I remember Chuck Bednarik, by the way, going back to the 60-minute man. You know, I used to watch those Eagles too, boy.
Well, it's as you know from winning a Super Bowl championship, it's obviously captivated everybody in the city of Philadelphia.
It's the first one they ever got.
First one they ever got.
First Super Bowl.
You know, it's hard to win a championship on any level, professionally, and it's remarkable. A sports town like Philadelphia, you know, having to suffer over the years without a champion in that sport.
Schwarber takes a little low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
What was it, 1960 they won one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one. And had success in the postseason, but just never were able to get the Super Bowl title. They had one other Super Bowl appearance. And now Rick Kranitz is heading out to the mound to talk to Aaron Nola. Joe, when you think back to your playing days, how close were you to play baseball? Was it close, or were you always going to go to Alabama and play football?
No, I wanted to play baseball. I really wanted to play baseball. But again, it was a family decision. At that time, you listened to what your parents, the big brothers told you. And we had a meeting at the house, and my brother Bob, who was the oldest brother at home at the time, turned to my mother and said, "Mom, what do you want Joey to do?" She said, "Oh, I want Joey to go to college."
Play for Bear?
Bob hit the table, boom, with a fist.
That's it.
Said, "That's it. You're going to college."
Well, I think you made the right decision.
It worked out. Yeah, it worked out. And to play for Coach Bryant.
Yeah.
Once again, I didn't know he coached Pennsylvania quarterbacks like George Blanda and Vito Bay. I didn't know that. And I was lucky, that's all.
Well, you've had a wonderful life and a wonderful career, and we're going to let you go enjoy the rest of your night. I know you're going to take me out to the ball game.
Yeah, I'll sing along somehow. I'll sing along somehow, sure.
Well, we do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Joe, it's nice to see you.
Really an honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Told people before that my dad's favorite player was Joe Namath growing up, and very special to get a chance to meet Broadway Joe today and have a conversation with him here on the air. Just a bit outside to Schwarber, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Schwarber struck out looking his first time up. The Phillies in need of an out here. Down 2-0. Pulled toward first base on 1 hop. Santana goes to the first base bag, throws wide of second, and the runners at second and third are safe. Well, it's 3 unassisted at first. I think he was probably better off going to second base on that first. I don't know if he didn't have the angle to do it.
And it would have kept the double play in order.
Yeah.
And it's a play that we see Carlos work on every day.
Yeah, he should have gone to second base.
I mean, he would have had him in plenty of time. And then he doesn't even create a throwing lane for himself.
All right, so second and third. We got Javi Baez is coming up. Boy, how great was Joe Namath?
Oh, my goodness. He was awesome. I got off mic for a second, had to get an autograph.
He was 75 years old, turned 75 on the 31st of May, Joe Namath did.
He looks great.
Yeah, football royalty. He had a chance out of high school, he was telling me before the ball game, because we had a long conversation down on the field. He had a chance to sign with the Cubs. He had a chance to sign with the Phillies. He had a chance to sign with the Pirates, which was his hometown team, as he said. Baez checks his swing. He did not go, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Remarkable, though, how good of an athlete he was. I know you played, more than baseball in high school, but how good of an athlete he was.
Yeah.
That had a chance to play.
It's a whole different level. He was great, though. So nice.
He has other responsibilities that he has to get to. We were going to keep him for a half inning, but this one's going a little longer.
Yeah.
Fly ball, right center field. That's going to get a 3rd run home as Altair is under it. And Rizzo is going to score.
See, that's the problem. Therein lies the problem. You're talking about issues that the Cubs have had with runners in scoring position. But the bottom line is the ball that Schwarber hits is hit hard. Carlos fields it cleanly. He goes to second base, obviously going to get Contreras at second. And the way Schwarber runs, it's an easy 3-6-1 probably double play. We're 3-6-3 double play, and that's the third out of the inning. Aaron Nola's out of this mess with just one run.
Yep, I agree.
Therein lies the problem.
They're going to walk Almora. And that will bring Contreras up. Which should be Quintana up. Which is a good decision just to kind of get out of this inning if you can. Quintana struck out looking his first time to the plate. Swing and a miss by Quintana. It's 0-1. Runner goes, pitches outside. It'll be a stolen base for Almora. Man, I forgot about the Eagles and Raiders Super Bowl. 3 Super Bowls for the Eagles. But the captivating of the audience. I mean, you figured that Joe would understand that, how great it's been. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quintana. Outside, 2-1.
Jeff.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. I think you gotta just not fool around with Quintana here and just try to get him with that fastball.
Hey. I think my talkback button is working
Really?
too well.
What do you want us to tell Jeff? 2-2.
Quintana's making him work for it. Four 3-ball counts for Aaron Nola. He had no 3-ball counts coming into this inning. And how this all started? An 0-2 eventual walk to Chris Bryant.
They walked the first 2 hitters of the inning. They both have scored. Little dribbler back to the mound. Nola's got it. Throws to first, and the inning is over. 1-3 on the putout. 2 runs do score. And as we head to the 5th inning, the Phils have some work to do. Down 3-0 to the Cubs. JP's page-wide technology offers the best of cost of ownership in class, and your dedicated WB Mason driver will deliver your printer wherever you want. Nobody beats WB on HP. Phillies trail at 3-0 as we move on to the top of the 5th inning. They're waiting for something out there, Ben. I don't know if that big glove's going to help that youngster. They've got a basket full of baseballs that they probably collected during batting practice. And Quintana now has a 3-0 lead to work with. He'll face Michael Franco, Jorge Alfaro, and Aaron Nola. Quintana is the 26th player to play for both the White Sox and the Cubs during his big league career. I was a little surprised that that number was that low. Acquired last year. Sammy Sosa, of course, played for both. In fact, he was traded from the Sox for George Bell back in 1992.
George Bell with the Blue Jays?
Yeah. Veteran outfielder George Bell. Sosa was 23 years old. First pitch to Franco is inside. Cubs one time traded Ron Santo to the White Sox, their beloved Ron Santo. He was at the end of his Hall of Fame career. Inside. Franco grounded out to short his first time up. A ball that had exit velocity of 108. Now toward the shortstop Baez, who creeps to the hole. That one's pulled toward third. Bryant's got it. And one out. Celebrate the 90s all weekend this weekend at Citizens Bank Park. Friday is 1990s Retro Night. Saturday at 1:05 is the celebration of the Sandlot's 25th anniversary. And then Sunday at 1:35, it's the salute to the 1993 Phillies and Chevrolet Father's Appreciation Day. Visit Phillies.com right now to get your tickets. Alfaro takes low. He struck out his first time to the plate. On the inside corner. Boy, he's got it going right now.
Jorge has a tough time pulling the trigger on this pitch. He had 2 pitches called on the inside corner his first at bat. The last one for a called third strike.
He's retired 13 of the last 14 hitters that he has faced after the Phillies had him in trouble in the first inning. Infield is swung to play Alfaro to pull the ball. Outfield is straight away. The Cubs don't shift that much anymore. Inside, 3-2. In fact, this isn't really even considered a shift. Joe Madden, when he was with the Rays, his reputation was that he would shift. I guess it's close to a partial shift. Swing and a miss. Alfaro strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Quintana. On his latest Crutcast, John talks about his favorite and least favorite places to play and shares some stories involving Larry Boa, Johnny Padres, and more. Listen on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
For someone who has really struggled at Wrigley this season, Quintana looks very good tonight.
I think he's just got, I mean, and I know he throws 68% fastballs, but he wasn't doing that in the first inning. I just think he's throwing more fastballs. Saying here. His May wasn't bad. He was 3-3 with an ERA of 3.09. It's not awful. Opposition hit .231 against him. His last outing, he didn't allow a run in 6 innings of work against the Mets. So now he's working on 10 2/3 scoreless here. They're combining this one. A strike 3 called. 8 strikeouts for Quintana. He set the Phillies down in order for the second consecutive inning, 3rd inning overall, as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Well, Joey Meneses was the player of the month for the Phillies. Hit .315 with 9 home runs. Will Stewart from the Blue Claws was the pitcher of the month, and Nick Mattson was the defender of the month. 26 double plays turned this season for the Blue Claws. Dylan Cousins comes on to play left field for Nick Williams. So Williams, who went into the Ivy earlier, may have done something that they want to check out. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be the top of the order: Zobrist, Hayward, and Bryant. As Cousins takes a peek at his cheat sheet. Here's the double by Wilson Contreras where Nick went into the Ivy.
Puts his hands up to brace himself. There's just no padding. Obviously the Ivy's not going to provide any padding. Maybe jam that left wrist.
He winced a little bit as he went into the wall. Aaron Nola had 28 pitches through the first 3 innings, and he had 29 last inning. A very uncharacteristic inning. 2 walks, or 3 walks, 1 intentional. We have the first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Curveball.
Aaron can find a way to get Zobrist for the 3rd time tonight via the punch out.
And he lines it foul over the head of Will Venable. Doesn't Will Venable seem too young to be coaching first base?
Playing, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Out of Princeton University. And a liner out to center field. Odubel is going to get there. And one away. Phillies Baseball Academy is open for business. If you sign up, if you're age 6 to 14, so Ben, you cannot go. It's 4 divisions that allow for age-appropriate instruction, but you did go when you were young, right?
I did.
Many weeks and locations to choose from. There's a camper reunion night. For more information, call 610-520-3400. Well, I called Will's games in college, his basketball games, so he can't be that old. He's 35. Wow. I'm getting old. Also played baseball for Scott Bradley.
I could have told you that.
Over to first base, Santana. 2 outs.
Hey, you're going to be the one with either 3, either in or out of college.
That is true. That is true. Speaking of college, let's go to Murph to talk about the draft. Murph?
What a segue, Tom. Way to go. 2018 Major League Baseball draft, you're right, is now in the books. It's been going on since Monday. 40 rounds have come and gone. And the Phillies, for their part, have added 38 new players to the organization. Of course, they didn't have a 2nd or a 3rd round pick, but in position players, 18 position players, 20 pitchers in all, 27 college players. 6 of those were junior college guys, and then 11 high school guys as well. And Johnny Almaraz, the director of scouting for the Phillies, told us after the draft that they were very pleased with the mix of players they got, both from college and high school, and position players versus pitchers. He said they got a lot of power arms out of the collegiate ranks, and that's what they were hoping to do. Guys that are a little bit closer to making a difference at the major league level, so they hope that they got a couple of those guys that in a year or 2, maybe 3, will be making a difference up here in the big leagues. So 38 new players. You never know how it's going to pan out until a couple years down the road. Hopefully they got themselves a players. Of course, the #1 pick, Alec Boehm out of Wichita State, they believe is a good offensive player that's going to help this team in the long run.
Yeah, players are starting to sign. In fact, it looked like the Oakland A's have signed their 1st round pick, who's also the quarterback at Oklahoma, and he's going to be able to do both. So you'll start seeing more signings in the next couple of days, because the slots are pretty much set up, you know, where guys know really what they're going to get. On the inside corner, 1-2 to Bryant. Over to third base, and it hits the bag. It's a fair ball. Kingery will go run after it, and Bryant will get to second base. 18th double of the year for Bryant.
What did that hit down the line to make it kick out like it did?
You don't think do you think the bag? Oh, you mean on the wall?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it hit one of the gates out there.
Either a gate or maybe this ball just scoots right over the top. Bryant smothers it. That ball bounces up like it should have. Yeah, just hit right inside that wall.
It hit just the right spot.
Yeah. Thought maybe it kicked off one of those chairs that the ball boy's sitting on, a security guard.
Rizzo takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Aaron has had some difficult times with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Cubs tonight. 4 for 5 with 2 walks, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. 1 ball and 1 strike.
When they're going right, they can be as formidable a lineup as you're going to see.
Yeah, we mentioned that, you know, they're first in runs scored, 5.16, first in batting average at 265. Tied for second in extra base hits. One and two. Two balls, 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Back toward the middle and right at Kingery. And that'll wrap up the home 5th inning. 6-3 on the putout, no runs, 1 hit. And 1 man left in scoring position. We'll move to the 6th inning in search of some offense for the Phillies. Philly of the week was signed as a 16-year-old from the Dominican Republic. Nearly 7 years later, Sir Anthony Dominguez is taking the mound as one of the most confident relief pitchers in all of baseball. For the first 11 appearances since his debut on May 7th, the right-hander threw 13 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, while striking out 15 of the 43 batters he faced. He can bring it in the high 90s. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning, and the Phillies are down 3-0. Both pitchers are exactly at 78 pitches and 48 strikes. And the Phillies in search of a little offense against Quintana. who has retired 15 of the last 16 hitters he's faced. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Cesar.
Well, typically I'd say let's get Quintana out of there.
Yeah.
Let's get into the bullpen. With the Cubs bullpen is second in all of Major League Baseball with a 2.58 ERA.
Yeah, they're good.
Second only behind Arizona is a 2.57.
They got some live arms. Brandon Morrow is their closer. 3-0 to Cesar. Jim Hickey is on the horn, so he's going to get somebody up. And ball 4. Cesar walks for the second time. 41 walks now for Cesar Hernandez. He was tied for second coming in the National League. And here's Odubel, who has both hits. In fact, last night 9 different Phillies had a hit. Tonight only Odubel has hits. Steve Cishek is loosening up in the pen.
Whoa. How did that not hit him?
I don't know.
A breaking ball that got away.
And now Contreras and Jim Hickey come out to the mound.
Lucky it also didn't hit his bat.
Yeah, because he threw the bat and it went up instead of back. Wow, between his head and his bat.
Be hard to reenact.
Why is this prompting? Is it because it's 5 straight out of the zone? I mean, everybody's out on the mound at this point.
Tom, I wish I had an answer for you.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was something, if this was buying time or.
He's been dealing. Figure maybe this might be his last batter.
Could be.
Buying time because you got Santana coming up switch hitter, but you have Kingery first. And Santana then Altair. So 2 out of the next 3 would be right-handed hitters.
Yeah, you figure they'll have a short leash with him anyway because the 3rd time through the order the opposition hits .354 against him. But as you said, he has been dealing. One ball and 1 strike to Odubel. Odubel 2 for 2. His average up to .310. And a bouncer foul. The fittest man out on the field, Jose Flores, used his feet to try to stop that instead of bending down and getting it. And Odubel off the hands, fouls it over the tarp.
Nice play.
Odubel goes around slowly. 9 strikeouts for Quintana. And 1 out here in the 6th inning.
You said it was a practice swing, so the ball was already in the mid of Contreras.
Yeah, he just didn't see it. I mean, it's a ball by a mile.
All right. That's inexplainable.
Well, now Kingery, who's 0 for 2, and he takes low 1-0.
Be different if you read spin and was expecting it to break.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It truly was a ball by a mile.
But it was a fastball, so you know it's not like you read
yes, I know
slider or curveball out of the hand. You expect it to break, it doesn't. You get, oh no.
So he was thinking curveball?
Apparently.
Off speed pitch, and it's 1-1 to Kingery.
Good changeup there. Diego will calm him down.
Diego's got all the answers. Another changeup, 2-2.
He hasn't thrown a whole lot this game, but good arm speed on it.
He's only thrown, looks like 7 changeups. Swing and a miss.
Man.
Kingery strikes out. 10 strikeouts for Quintana. It's the 14th swinging strike of the night, and that tells you that his stuff has been good. Here comes Carlos Santana.
It's hard to get a hitter on the same pitch to swing and miss 3 times in 1 at bat. That's what this changeup does to Scotty Kingery.
Well, it's the 4th time this year the Phillies have faced a pitcher who has 10 strikeouts or more in a game. Scherzer leads the way with 15. Flaherty from the Cardinals 13, and Robbie Ray of Arizona with 11. One ball, 1 strike. Out toward the middle, and Baez does get to it, but there's no play, and it'll be a hit to put runners on first and second, and Aaron Altair is coming up.
Another broken bat squibber here for Carlos, but he'll take it. He's had quite a few of them on this road trip.
Yeah. And here comes Joe Madden, so that'll be it. He signals to the pen. Quintana's night is done. So a pitching change for the Cubs here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The tying run's coming up for the Phils. Here we go. Who was the first Cubs player in the history of the franchise to hit 25 or more home runs in each of his first 3 major league seasons?
First Cubs player
in the history of this franchise.
The history.
It's a long history.
I'm going to say Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant is correct. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. 26, 39, 29 for Chris Bryant.
Wow.
Here's Altair facing Steve Cishek. And that one is hit towards center field. It's hit well. Almore is going back toward the ivy. It is into the basket. It's a 3-run home run. Aaron Altair has just tied this baby up. On the first pitch from Steve Cishek, it's a 3-3 game.
Talk about your all-time backfires. Woo. Good night. Jose Quintana pitched one heck of a ball game. Unfortunately, not going to have anything to show for it except a bunch of strikeouts.
Wow.
Boy, this ball got out of here in a hurry. It's amazing what Aaron Altair can do when he gets that foot down.
So a 3-3 game here in the top of the 6th inning, and Dylan Cousins is up. Just like that, it's a brand new ball game.
First pitch hanging sliders go a long way, T-Mac.
That's 28 hits now for Aaron Altair this year, and 29 runs batted in. Coming in bunches. Two balls and 1 strike to Cousins. Cousins 1 for 4 so far in his big league career. A little bit of an adjustment for him. He doesn't play every day like he was down in the minor leagues. And it's 2-2. New life for Aaron Nola. Fastball. See if Cousins can visit either Waveland or Sheffield. I mean, he's got the power to do it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Swing and a miss. Cishek strikes him out, but the Phillies tie it up on a 3-run home run by Aaron Altair. It's only the 2nd home run allowed by the Cubs bullpen in the last 3 weeks. Cishek knew it. I mean, it just sounded like it was going to go far. Into the basket at center field. Middle of the 6th, it's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs 3. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. No, Aaron Altair running around the bases. Steve Cishek. It seemed like he knew it once it left the bat, but that reaction probably tells a little different story. He was looking at his pitching hand as he was going off the field.
All I know is it's a new ball game.
Totally different ball game. So now as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Wilson Contreras, who has 2 hits today, shows bunt. It's 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's looking at it as if he's got a blister or something, Ben. Did you get blisters when you pitched?
No. I did a little league every now and again, but.
Little? Really?
Yeah.
Were you throwing more than a fastball or something?
No, I think it was just the way I
threw your fastball.
Yeah, I had to throw it with 3 fingers. My hands were big enough.
Broken bat, pop up, foul toward the Phillies dugout.
The ball's still in that basket, huh?
Still there. We'll go get it tomorrow.
So lonely.
All by itself. The home run by Altair, just sitting there, not bothering anybody.
Got a big old dent in it. Ball's hit so hard.
Inside, and it's 2-2. Chris Ware just told us that Nick Williams left tonight's game with left wrist soreness, so that means it sounds like everything's okay, except that he probably just jammed it into the ivy. Outside, 3-2. This is where it's a little weird tonight for Aaron.
Yeah.
McCready. He thinks it's a little weird for Aaron also. And ball 4.
Man.
Well, they're going to get somebody up in the bullpen. This is early for Aaron. He's only at 80 pitches.
He's just not used to seeing Aaron finish a hitter off. He's done that a couple times tonight. Right when they got the 2 runs back in the 4th inning. You know, he had Bryant 0-2 to lead off that inning and walked him.
Contreras with a good sized lead off first. And Schwarber takes high, and it's 1-0. Tommy Hunter warming up in the bullpen. Schwarber tonight is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Oof. Time is called. Aaron commit to this ball game, 5th in the Major League Baseball in ERA at 2.18. Justin Verlander's first, and getting to the point where he's going to be uncatchable because he's at 1.24. 9th in batting average against and 5th in the National League in innings pitched. On the outside corner, he has walked 4 tonight, which ties his career high. It's the 5th time in his career he's walked 4 in a game. Let's see if he can lock in, get a ground ball here. Close again. Get some kids in the hallway, Ben. They're on hallway cam.
He's very excited about it.
Sure is. Somehow that got through the netting. Top of the new dugout.
What a difference in that dugout, huh? I mean,
not as nostalgic as it used to be.
No.
Ball just barely missed from coming back. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it again. Schwarber hurt himself on that one, you think? Where it bounced up and fouled?
And what he's talking to somebody on his bench.
Swing and a miss. He got it with a curve. He slowed it up just enough. 6 strikeouts for Nola.
You figured at some point he's going to have to chase. That's what he does here. Right over the top.
Now Javi Baez, who is 0 for 1. He reached on an error and then had a sac fly his last time up. Trying to get Nola through the 6th inning. There's every chance that they pinch hit for him in the top of the 7th. Over towards shortstop. He broke his bat. Kingery to second for 1. And over to first, not in time. So they get the force at second base. The broken bat meant that the ball wasn't hit all that sharply. The throw to second was not that quick.
Yeah, this is the reason.
Goes.
Exactly right. This bat, you don't see bats break like this anymore. Very rarely will they fly backwards, but you're absolutely right. The feed from Scotty needs to be firmer.
And that's all part of what he has to work on. I mean, being able to be there, because it sounds like he is still going to play some shortstop. Tommy LaStella's out on deck. So a runner at first, 2 outs.
Just hope that these plays don't come back to haunt
Yes, I agree.
the Phillies. The play earlier by Santana on the ball that Schwarber hit. You can't assume a double play, but I like my chances of him firing it to Scotty at short and then back, and
I would agree
double
with you
play.
on that.
Next fly ball out of the inning, just 1 run.
There goes the runner from first. Pitches a strike. Baez, who stole home the other day. He is one of 7 players in Major League Baseball to steal home this year. Carlos Santana is one of those 7 as well. He did it back in the first week against the Mets. Pedro Strop warming up in the bullpen. Curveball inside. Baez now 9 of 10 on stolen bases. Yeah, that's the 3rd stolen base of the night for the Cubs. Curveball.
Now Aaron has typically that whip at the end where it's nice and easy and fluid. Tonight it just seems to be like he's jerking the ball out on that side. I mean, he's not out in front with it. He's more across his body with it.
Hot shot to third, knocked down by Franco. And he throws him out, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. That may be the last inning for Aaron Nola. He's due to bat 3rd with the Phillies and the Cubs tied up at 3. Time now for our Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Phillies fell behind 3-0 before the 6th inning when Aaron Altair hit a 3-run home run against Steve Cishek. Quintana, he struck out 10 in 5 2/3. He will not fare in the decision. Aaron Nola is probably going to be pinch hit for. He's due up 3rd in this inning. J.P. Crawford is going to pinch hit for Maikel Franco. The first pitch from Cishek is inside. He goes all the way back to the brick wall. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't think Maikel heard anything, do you?
I don't know. Unless this is just lefty against righty. Two balls and 1 strike. JP has been on the disabled list with that sore elbow. Played 1 full game for Lehigh Valley. Also played for Clearwater. Tried to check but went around 2-2. Maikel tonight 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard both times, but really has struggled since the beginning of May. Three and 2. There's John Maley's family enjoying tonight's ball game. Aaron Nola's dad back behind them. And a strike 3 call. 2 strikeouts for Cishek. On Thursday, when the June 14th, when the Phillies take on the Rockies, after the game, it's Nemours Kids Run the Bases. Children 14 and under are invited onto the field to run the bases. Visit Phillies.com to order your tickets. Here's Alfaro, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Even with that home run, well, before that home run by Altair, righties were hitting 109 against Cishek. That one's hit to the right side, flagged down by Zobrist. Man, that's a really good play. Ball was behind him when he was able to pick it. And now 2 away. Valentin is coming up to pinch hit.
You're right. This ball is behind him. Very quick infield here at Wrigley. Zobrist gets to his feet. And that makes the 3rd straight game that Jorge Alfaro has gotten robbed of a hit.
Valentin 1 for 9 as a pinch hitter. Pops that one up down the left field line. Foul territory and into the first row. That feller's got it. Well, the Phillies have used their bench except for Nat. Two and 2.
Valentin may have gotten away with one there.
Yeah, Contreras, I believe, thought it was a strike. The same with Cishek. And there's a strike 3 and a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Cishek. 4 in a row since the home run by Altair. Time to stretch. Phillies and the Cubs tied up at 3.
Seasons in St. Louis for the Cardinals, and then he managed them for another 11 years after that. He won a World Series title as a player and manager with the Cardinals. He was the manager of that 1968 team that won the pennant that we just saw in St. Louis, gathered for their anniversary, guys. Get this, he was part of the 1946 World Series champion Cardinals as a player, and then again in 1982 as a coach. In all 67 seasons with the Cardinals, 76 professional baseball seasons. He passed away at the age of 95 years old, but a Hall of Famer indeed, guys.
Yeah, we got a chance to see Red and talk to Red a lot when we were in St. Louis. In fact, they honored the 68 team this past trip, and his family was there holding his jersey, so you knew he was not doing all that well. They had seen him during the offseason, but still was under the weather. Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, said Red Schoendienst was one of the most beloved figures in the rich history of the St. Louis Cardinals. He said Red was a teammate, manager, and friend of some of the greatest players in the history of baseball. The connection between Red and the fans of St. Louis spanned multiple generations, and he was a wonderful ambassador for our game. He said, I extend my deepest condolences to Red's family, his many friends and admirers throughout our game, and Cardinals fans everywhere. A lot of times we would always see him down the third base line. He'd have a fungo in his hand, just sitting on the ledge at Old Busch Stadium, getting ready to hit some ground balls to somebody. LaStella fouls the 0-2 from Hunter. Yeah, there remains no balls and 2 strikes. Well, kind of a gutsy performance tonight from Aaron Nola. 6 innings, 4 hits, and 3 runs. Grounder foul. Every time a Phillies pitcher gets to the baseball at 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Boy, LaStella hit that ball so late. He grabbed it right out of the glove of Alfaro. Looks like the foul ball got a little piece of that glove. You see Alfaro playing with his digits. Zobrist in the top of the order is due up next, as LaStella batting for Cishek. Pretty good battle going on here.
Sure is. LaStella stands up there like Mickey Tettleton. That bat straight up and down.
Yeah,
feet together.
It's not a stance that you'd normally see at this point. Very relaxed, though.
Very relaxed. Now, feet that close together, it's just not an athletic position, but looks like he's just on top of a trophy.
Swing and a miss. What a way. He does look like he's on top of a trophy. Well, the reason we got tied 3-3 in this ball game is our Toyota turning point. And it was Aaron Altera against Steve Cishek.
Comes in, first pitch slider. On time with his leg kick. And that tied it up. That was your Toyota turning point, and that ball is still out in the center field basket. Look at that last cutter to LaStella. I think it was nasty.
Yeah, that was moving. One ball and no strikes to Zobrist. That one drops in there, 1-1. Wilson warming up in the pen for the Cubs, the lefty. One and two. I don't know if I'd like those closed quarters out there where the bullpen is. I kind of liked it when it was outdoors.
I think that's just so harmful for the outfielders.
I would agree with that. I'm not saying that I want them to be harmed, but hey, these guys probably fall asleep in there. Although they do all those dances. Ground ball to second base. Cesar's up with it. 4-3 on the put out, 2 outs.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be doing the dances if the bullpens were outside. And for everyone to see.
Well, I mean, most people see it anyway. It's always on TV. Uncle Vern wanted you to do the floss tonight. The outside corner to Jason Hayward, who is 0 for 3. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss, and Hayward is struck out. And it's a 1-2-3 7th inning for Tommy Hunter. That's one of his best innings in a while. Pretty good movement on that cutter. We'll go to the 8th. Phillies and the Cubs tied at 3. Honda dealers. Heard of your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Joe Namath making the rounds earlier today before batting practice. He was as nice down there as he was in the booth with us earlier tonight. I mean, just chatting with him for about 15 minutes or so. It's mic'd up because there's going to be a feature on it and on the MLB network.
Cool.
First pitch to Cesar as we begin the top of the 8th inning in a 3-3 ball game. First pitch to Cesar is a strike as Justin Wilson takes over for the Cubs. Cesar shows bunt, bunts it foul, and now it's 0-2. Wilson's numbers, 183 batting average against. And Cesar is struck out.
How about that's the 14th strikeout tonight for the Phillies? The 14th. And there's still 5 outs to give.
Well, on the road trip, they're averaging over 10 per game.
My goodness.
That ball cut pretty good. Odubel a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Justin Wilson, 4-seamer, 93-96. He will cut it as well, 89-92. The slider will be anywhere from 81 to 84.
Oh, and 2. Opposite way, Baez. And in time to get Odubel. So 2 outs. Tuesday, June 12th, the Colorado Rockies will be in town to face the Phils in a 3-game series. First 2 games are at 7:05. Then on Thursday, the 14th, it's a 1:05 first pitch. And Jim Thome Hall of Fame salute, a pregame for pregame. And then Nemours kids are on the bases postgame. It's a throwback Thursday day at the ballpark. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Chris Ware needs a little more coffee. It's a long game.
I might run out and grab me a cup.
Yeah, you should.
How about tonight, T-Mac? Both teams combined, 8 hits, 22 strikeouts.
Wowza. That's a lot of strikeouts. Kingery has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Outside, and Kingery draws a walk. And that'll bring Santana up. 3 walks for the Phillies tonight. 2 by Hernandez.
Make the 2-out walk hurt, please.
At the knees, and it's 0-1. Over to third base. Bryant stays down on it. And the inning is over. 5-3 of the putout. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. In the battle of bullpens, we'll move to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're tied up at 3, the Cubs and the Phils. Need John and Ben be hanging out right where near the ball girls usually sit down the left field line. We'll have gloves in hands ready to grab whatever's hit our way. And we'll help John along the way too. So if you're in the area, stop on by. It'd be kind of like sitting behind that cat right there without security. We don't need security, Ben, right?
We do not.
We have Christine Connors. We don't need anybody else.
She'll run them out of there.
Yep. Sir Anthony Dominguez will take over. And a first pitch is in there, 0-1.
And this is why Gabe Kapler will not, quote unquote, call anybody the closer. He figures this is the highest leverage situation of the game.
Yeah, because we talked about how good 3, 4, and 5 have been for the Cubs tonight. So you're bringing in Dominguez here to stop them. Ball hit foul off the hand of Brian Butterfield. Butterfingers. And it's 1-2. Time is called as Brian has something in his peepers. Brandon Morrow warming up in the pen. Out to right center field, playable for Aaron Altair. And one away here in the 8th inning. And Anthony Rizzo is coming up. Rizzo is 1 for 2. He homered his first time up, walked and scored, and grounded out to shortstop, but on the right side of the diamond. There's a heavy sinker. Man, that ball had some movement, didn't it? And it's 0-1. That's the thing about Dominguez that keeps getting accentuated more and more, is the fact that he has so much movement on that fastball.
And that actually looked like a slider, but it was 99.
At the knees, 99.
That last minute cut.
Out to left field. Cousins has to move a few strides. And there are 2 outs. Boy, Father's Day is right around the corner. In fact, Chevrolet Father's Appreciation Day will be this Sunday when the Phillies take on the Milwaukee Brewers. The John Kruk 1990s BP Polo will be given out to men 15 and older. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. That's Kruk with a K, not with an F.
Very true. What are you hoping for on Father's Day?
Oh, just peace and happiness, Ben. That's all. 0-1. You gonna get a Yeti?
I think I have enough of them.
Cornered the market on it. Now the 0-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Middle of this order has 4 hits tonight, 3 runs scored, an RBI. They've walked 3 times. And Dominguez is trying to get them 1-2-3. It's off the foot of Contreras. He was out taking early batting practice today, long before that youngster arrived. That's a brave man. Cubs, 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 Phillies. He's the only one. Schwarber's on deck. Well, that was an emergency swing. Try to catch up to that pitch that came in at 99 miles per hour.
And swing now.
Yeah.
Murph and I were down in the dugout today before, and Luis Garcia and Sir Anthony Dominguez came in. They just got done playing catch. Murph, you imagine playing catch with those guys? Murph said they would throw it right through me.
Out towards shallow center field. Odubel is there, and he puts it away, and it is indeed a 1-2-3 8th inning for Sir Anthony Dominguez. Aaron Altera will lead it off. Crawford's getting up at some point as we go to the 9th. Secure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Postgame Live. They'll talk about Nola and his 6 innings, how he kind of gutted it out tonight. Also talk about Aaron Altair and his big swing.
I think Michael B would probably be talking about Joe Namath.
You think so?
He said he had a poster of him.
Really?
Growing up, yep. And his Jets uni fading back to make a pass.
Well, Brandon Morrow is going to come on to pitch here at the top of the 9th inning.
I got a text from Steve Coates saying how much he loved Joe Namath.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Coatesy.
You know, the big thing, I mean, when he was introduced for his first pitch, I mean, this place went crazy.
It erupted.
All right, here's Altair, who homered his last time up, three-run shot. And he hits this one from Morrow back through the middle, a base hit. This whole swinging at the first pitch thing is helping him out here. So a runner aboard. Is baseball still there?
Morrow, big arm, 96 to 99 with his fastball, cutter 90 to 93, and the slider 86 to 89. So everything's hard.
Cousins takes a strike, and it's 0-1. I don't think he's up there to sacrifice the runner up to second base. Ethan, what did you say? 2014 was his last sacrifice? 2014 was his last sacrifice. That'd be a big dude to sacrifice. Morrow's been a good pickup for the Cubs. This is not a save situation, but he's 14 of 15 for them in save situations. Opposition hitting just 186. In fact, that's only the 14th hit that he's allowed. Inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Garcia and Morgan loosening up for the Phillies. Our buddy Jim Gott in the background, Phillies bullpen coach. Down the left field line by Cousins. Schwarber going back, and this one is gone. It's the first major league home run for Dylan Cousins into the basket in left field. That was a laser, and the Phillies take a 5-3 lead.
And somebody will indeed be getting that baseball.
Wow. I mean, that was electric off the bat of Dylan Cousins.
Let's catch it deep and shoot it to left, T-Mac. No big deal.
It was a long time coming for Cousins. And his first big league home run is sitting right there.
That was a seed. A good swing. To stay down on that pitch. And that is the toughest pitch for a lefty. Not only to hit hard, but to elevate.
Well, it's 5-3 Phillies. It's the first runs allowed by Morrow in a non-save situation this year. Swing and a miss. You know who's going to go out there and get that out of the basket? Diego. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe they'll put Diego on top of Jim Gott's shoulders and he can climb up there.
I was thinking that or Bob Stumpo's shoulders. Jim a little taller.
Stumpo might just climb up there. I mean, the mountain man that he is.
1-2 pitch to Crawford. Up high, 2-2. How about how fast that ball got out of here? I mean, that was a bullet. That's a line drive for Dylan Cousins. Swing and a miss.
That shows you his strength. I mean, he is. A lot of guys are big and strong, but he's athletic with it as well. Does he strike out? Yes. But to be able to harness that power, my goodness.
Just under 4 seconds. Contact to the basket. 111.3 exit velocity. And now Alfaro in a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Sir Anthony stay out?
Well, he's in the on-deck circle, so I wondered that too. I was just looking around and see him walk out. With 2 to Alfaro. Phillies down 3-0 tonight, tied it up with a 3-run home run in the 6th inning, and now have taken the lead with a 2-run home run here in the 9th. And Alfaro is down on strikes for the 3rd time. Oh no, they're going to say it's a foul ball. We showed you Garcia and Morgan earlier. They sat down after that home run.
Did he really foul that?
Well,
tip it.
It was close. I mean, maybe there was a slight misdirection.
Maybe Vic Carapazza heard something. A little tick.
Arrieta, Nick Pivetta watching on. Nick will start tomorrow's ball game.
What a thrill for that young man.
Big time.
Ow.
Ooh, man. Alfaro hit by a pitch. That's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and he had no shot getting out of the way of that one.
I mean, it just gets away from him right in the middle of the back.
Chris Mudd is out and walking Alfaro to the first base bag. Alfaro just told Chris Mudd to get on out of here. Phillies athletic training staff, Chris Mudd, Scott Sheridan, Sean Fakasny. Those are 3 really good guys. They do a fantastic job. And Dominguez has never batted.
Think he's got the automatic take right here?
Has never batted in the majors or the minors.
How do you think it's going to go for him?
I think he's going to launch one. As long as he stays in the batter's box.
He's got the gloves on. A little pine tar on the bat.
Lizard skin.
Look at him eyeballing. He's got Cesar's bat.
Is that whose it is?
I think I saw a 1-6 on the bottom.
2-2. Good eye.
Was it?
Yes, sir. Three and 2.
That pitch count up.
Inside, ball 4. Take your base, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Do it slowly, though. Don't tucker yourself out.
Probably not what Gabe Kapler and Rick Kranitz wanted, to be honest with you.
Well, now Cesar is coming up.
I think great if Cesar just picked up the safe bat and just walked with.
And Joe Madden signals to the pen, so Mazzoni's going to come in after the Phils get a couple base runners and score a couple runs on the home run by Dylan Cousins. So a pitching change for the Cubs. Mazzoni was good in last night's ball game, and he's on again here. We'll be back right after this. Basket, Alter's home run sitting in the center field basket, and now Corey Mazzoni will take over for Brandon Morrow. Cesar Hernandez will be the hitter. Mazzoni pitched in last night's ball game. He went 2 innings, 2 walks, and 1 hit. And a bouncer foul off the tarp.
Could you have asked for 2 more timely home runs than what the Phillies have received tonight?
What a boost. Outside. I mean, there really hasn't been a whole lot of offense tonight for the Phillies. They had 2 hits before the 6th inning when they had the infield hit by Santana and then the 2-run home run by Alter. And then nothing until Alter led off this inning with a single, and then Dylan Cousins homered. Check swing by Cesar. He went around, says Vic Carapaza. Two and 2. Phillies trying to win tonight. If they win, they'll pull to within a game and a half of first place. Also put themselves in position for a 5-5 road trip. Swing and a miss. Cesar strikes out. 16 strikeouts tonight for the Phillies offensively. And Odubel Herrera will be the hitter. Cesar struck out 3 times.
Yeah.
It's kind of an oddity for him. Odubel fouls it back 0-1. The most strikeouts for a team in Major League Baseball this year is 24 by the Baltimore Orioles. For the Phillies, their high is 18. Out to left field. Schwarber ventures back a few steps from the track, is there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Phils do the damage. They get a 2-run home run from Dylan Cousins, his first major league home run. Right down the left field line. It looked like he knew it. Into the basket. And the Phils are on top 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the ninth here in Chicago. Home run, so they're not really concerned about that. That's Dylan Cousins' first major league home run. This guy was fighting the fence for the cage, the basket, for a few minutes before finally he's able to pull it out. Cousins is going to get it and say, man, that ball's really scuffed up.
And there's green all over it.
So they did get the baseball for Dylan Cousins with his first major league home run. The Phillies lead 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Sir Anthony Dominguez, who came on and pitched a scoreless 8th inning, is on here in the ninth. And he'll face Kyle Schwarber, who is 0 for 3.
And Dominguez did have to run the bases. I use that term loosely because, you know, Cesar struck out, so he didn't have to run anywhere there. And then the fly ball by Odubel, so
it's more of a Sunday stroll.
Sunday stroll.
Three fly ball outs in the last inning, and Schwarber takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Phillies trying to win back-to-back games against the Cubs. Up high, 2-0. You have somebody up warming behind him just in case, or you just let it go?
No.
Three and 0. Yeah, they're going to get somebody up. A ball 4. He just walked him on 4 pitches. And Baez is coming up. That walk by Dominguez is his first that he's allowed. He has hit 1 batter. Baez, 46 runs batted in, including 1 tonight. That's first in the National League. 29 extra base hits. That's second. He has 14 home runs. And the pitch to him. Swinging a high fly ball foul. And it'll get to the seats and out of play. 0-1. Somehow he was quick enough to recognize that was a slider.
Well, it's the one you want to hit.
Yeah, he got away with it. Sir Anthony did.
The speed is what he got away with, not the location.
Fastball somewhere. Wow, that was a close pitch. Take a look at PitchCast presented by PJ Wheelahands. Could have gone either way.
Now that ball had sink on it.
Two and 1, 100 miles an hour from Dominguez.
But he did overthrow it.
Yeah. He's probably a little amped up here. He has pitched 2 innings or more 7 times this year. He's trying to do it for the 3rd time with the Phillies, 5 times in the minors. Two and 2.
Think he left anything in the tank on that swing, Tom?
I think he did.
Dot him down and away with a heater right here.
And it was in the strike zone, so it wasn't like he was swinging at ball 3. Swing and a miss. He got it with a slider. Strikeout number 1 for Dominguez. And 1 out here in the 9th inning.
Way out in front. How tight that rotation is there, T-Mac.
Yep.
Man.
And now Almora, who is 0 for 2. Fouls it, and it's 0-1. Ian Happ has come out on deck. The ball's off the glove of Alfaro, and he doesn't react right away. Oh, boy. Really no reason to throw it. He had no chance to get him. The umpire was in the way.
Especially after he double clutched.
That'll be the 5th error of the year for Alfaro. 9 errors for Phillies catchers combined, which is tops in Major League Baseball.
So he can't find it. Schwarber says, I'm going to take off. Nah, I better think of it. Then he double clutches because the umpire's in the way. That's an ill-advised throw.
And a base hit up the middle. Schwarber hesitated, and he'll stop at 3rd. It'll be 1st and 3rd with 1 man down. That's 8 hits in 18 at bats in the 9th inning this year for Almora.
That is something.
So now 1st and 3rd for Happ.
It's a wise move by Schwarber. If there's any chance that you could possibly get doubled up here if this ball's caught, his run doesn't mean anything right now.
Right.
So better be safe than sorry.
Well, they're going to bring it out of Morgan. So a pitching change for the Phils, trying to get the last 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning to get the victory. Found the out, and he is out of the game after an inning and a third, and he'll turn things over for Adam Morgan. So Morgan 0-1 with a 2.35 earned run average. Ian Happ is the pinch hitter, so he'll switch over to the right side of the plate.
They obviously like to match up lefty versus righty, then righty versus Happ hitting left-handed.
Happ 237, 8 home runs, 19 runs batted in. 266 against left-handed pitching for his career. 7 of his 32 home runs. Runners on first and third with 1 out. At a first pitch outside, 1 ball and no strikes. The 2 runners on base are the responsibility of Sir Anthony Dominguez. Two balls and no strikes.
Adam just not able to finish that slider. Pushing it a bit.
That may have been ball 3. It's 2-1, 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Interesting to see Happ with Rhys Hoskins. They had a very long conversation.
Yeah.
Talking hitting, talking hand position, shoulder rotation, all kinds of stuff out in front of the Phillies dugout. It's cool to listen to.
Just a bit low, 3-1. Yeah, it sounded like Rhys was doing a lot of the talking. 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Zobrist. Now the pitch coming. Outside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded, which means that the tying run is at second base.
They have their scouting reports. Just 1 fastball to Ian Happ in that at bat. Just 1.
6 walks tonight for the Phils pitchers. And now Zobrist. Zobrist for his career is a better average hitter against right-handed pitching than left-handed pitching. This year he's hitting .311 against right-handers and .286 against lefties. You saw the numbers against Adam Morgan. No balls and 1 strike. Out in front, 0-2.
Another good changeup. Zobrist way out in front.
And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball tapped toward the mound. Picked up by Morgan. He'll go home for 1.
Smart.
And no throw to first base. There are 2 outs. 1-2 on the putout. The bases remain loaded now for Jason Hayward.
Smart play there by Jorge Alfaro. Zobrist is going to beat it at first base anyway. No sense in risking it. They make sure the one at home plate. Jorge cocks the hammer and just says no.
So now a visit out to the mound. Phillies are down to 3 mound visits with 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
Nice. He went change up. 2-seamer at 95.5 miles per hour. That last pitch to Zobrist.
So lefty on lefty here. Hayward hitting .139 against Adam Morgan. Or excuse me, against left-handers, I should say, overall. Good career numbers power-wise with the bases loaded, not average-wise. Now Moore is at third. Happ is at second. And the first pitch to Hayward. Nice play by Jorge Alfaro. And Adam just held on to that one just a little too long. It's 1-0.
El oso con los manos de oro. Wow. The bear with the golden hands right there, T-Mac.
One ball, no strikes. Just a bit low, 2-0. Fastball at the knees.
Well, you reach back for a little 97, Tom.
On the 6th of June 2018, a regular season game that has a lot of tension in the crowd. Rally hats for the Cubs fans. Nervous bellies for the Phillies fans.
Every game counts.
2 balls and 1 strike to Hayward. Fastball fouled back 2-2. Boy, he challenged him on the inner half of the plate.
Not where Jorge wanted it. You have 2 options here. You dot him down and away with a fastball 4-seamer, or you come back with a slider. Hayward's got to be looking slider here.
Cousins is deep in left field. And now time is called. Well, that was nearly a balk. At least it seemed that way. And now another visit to the mound. They're there to be used. This is obviously the pivotal part of this ball game. They have 2 lefts.
Just want to make sure you're on the same page.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hayward with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Phil's up by 2. And the pitch in the air to right center field. This is going to be a walk-off grand slam. Oh my. And the Cubs will win it 7-5 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A celebration for the Chicago Cubs, bouncing up and down at home plate as they walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning with a grand slam from Jason Hayward. And they win it 7-5.
Yeah, this place erupts. They decide to go with that fastball. 97.2. Hayward turns on it, and boy, is that a heartbreaker.
That is
I'm
as
at a
tough
loss
a
for
loss
words
as you will find, as elated as the Cubs side of the field is right now. That's how gut-wrenching it is on the Phillies side. Our W. Mason delivery of the game provided by our Chevrolet player of the game, Jason Hayward.
He gets that fastball, and my goodness, he didn't miss it.
This is a no doubt about home run.
Yeah.
I mean, off the bat, you know, he missed, Hayward did, on a pitch earlier that was very similar. That one, though, was down a little bit, and Hayward knew it.
That's a heck of a feeling for Hayward.
And a big-time celebration for the Cubs.
Honestly, T-Mac, I thought there might be a chance that they pinch hit for Hayward right there. I really did.
Yeah, they were running out of guys, but you're right. Lefty on lefty, struggling the way he has. But he gets the home run. It's his 3rd career grand slam as a Chicago Cub. Cubs win it 7-5 with a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.